War jingle! Happy time has just begun. Brother, sister, smart, dumb, fun. Yeah!
I am, brothers. I'm eating potato chips. Ow. That's right. I'm eating crunchy foods while talking into a microphone.
Everybody's
I'm
favorite.
doing it all wrong.
The margarita out of mine. That's a frog glass. Oh, yeah.
That's such a cool glass.
The frog is emerging from the margarita.
That frog gonna be drunk, like my sister was last night. What's up, everybody? Happy first Sunday after Christmas. We're in the void right now, Ann Brothers. You are familiar with the void. The void is December 26th through December 31st, which is that lag between Christmas and New Year's when none of us know what day it is or what time it is or where that extra 7 pounds came from or stuff like that. So that's where we are. We are currently in the void. We are coming to you from the void the last Sunday of 2025. The next time we speak to you, America or Russia or whoever else might be listening to this, I don't know, Australia, let's think big. It will be a whole new year, 2026. And that's what we're here to talk about today. Here we go.
Yeah, it'll be the future. Next time we talk to you, it'll be the future.
It will be. Wait, it just was. How do you feel?
I feel the time is fucking with me, and that's what I feel like.
That's awesome. So yeah, we went out last night. We took our parents out to dinner last night for their 60th wedding anniversary. So 60 years of marriage. That is a lot of marriage. So good job, Mom and Dad. I feel like I'm having flashbacks to Schitt's Creek where they're like, "You did it. Way to show your love for each other. You did it."
Yeah, exactly. And I was like, 60 years. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like you should be able to renew every 10. You get out free. You're like, hey, that was great.
Kind of like renewing a driver's license. It's like, hey, do you want to commit to this? If not,
exactly.
Exactly.
Anyway,
too funny. I love that. So, wait, I'm just double checking my volume. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. That's all that matters. Okay. So yeah, anyway, here we are on the brink, the cusp, the edge of 2026, yet another year. And so, this is the time of year when everybody sort of does their New Year's thing, new year, new you, that sort of thing. And so we decided, and we've done this before, we've done our resolution show. And so we decided to kind of just, instead of doing like a resolution show, just kind of talk about the things that we are looking for in 2026, that optimistic portion of ourselves that says everything's going to be fine and we're going to be able to do fun stuff. It's going to be amazing. So that's what we are choosing to embrace this year. So welcome aboard with us. So yay. If you are listening in, we would love to hear from you and we'd love to know what what you have planned for 2026. I'm going to eat this potato chip. That's what I have planned. I don't know.
That's right. The future is now. The future is now.
Yep. Future is now. Fantastic. So yeah, so it should be fun. So we had a good Christmas. We had the family over for Christmas. I made turkey because I didn't get a chance to make turkey this year for Thanksgiving. And I like making turkey. So we had turkey and stuffing. We basically had Thanksgiving dinner for Christmas dinner this year. And I thought it was good.
Oh my gosh. It was so good. Jenny makes the best freaking turkey. And turkey isn't my favorite. I mean, it's not like I hate it. It's not like meatloaf. But, I'm there for the mashed potatoes. That's why I was there. But, oh, man, Jenny makes the best fucking turkey. I'm sad that I have to wait until next year to have it again. So, yeah.
You don't have to wait. I like cook. It's a little bit labor intensive, but honestly, that was the most content I've been in a while was being in my kitchen on Christmas Day. I was pretty much there all day, and I really just loved it. I loved getting up early, and I got an early shower, and I sat down with my notes to time out when I was going to do everything. I made my plan, and I executed my plan flawlessly, practically, and just generally had a blast with it. Oh wait, there's a comment. The comment is from Lynn Brand. Lynn, when are we going to dinner? We keep saying we're going to go to dinner, and we are going to dinner. And that's on my list of things that I want to do in the month of January. Is that I want to have dinner with the godmother of the Brothers Sisters, the Lynn Brand, who literally is the reason that we are doing this. So this show. Lynn, Happy New Year to you too, and we love you. So there you go. Yes.
Yeah.
So it was a good day. We don't do the presents in the Brothers family anymore, except for our dad, who can't help it. He can't not give presents. You can see his head just explodes when you try to force that on him. He's like, nah, that ain't happening. So I have a twerking dinosaur, and Anne has new socks. So there we go.
I'm wearing them right now, which is nice because my slippers had holes in the bottom of them. I was like, I'm gonna get new slippers. So now I don't have to get new slippers because my dad got me new slipper socks, and I'm wearing them right this very second. So
awesome. Okay, Lynn. So, okay, Anne. Lynn says we can name the date and time. Okay.
Okay.
All right. We will.
Well, I was gonna say I'm gonna be in Kalamazoo 2 weekends in a row, so we should make it one of those weekends.
Okay.
Yeah,
because you said either the 14th or the 17th or the 24th, right?
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Lynn, check your calendar and see if you have some availability either the 17th or the 24th.
Right.
Excellent. Mm-hmm. And we can come to you, so fear not.
Happy to.
Okay.
Oh, yes. Kalamazoo does have better restaurants than Sturgis.
That is a true statement. So, very true
statement.
In the
middle even, but how much chicken wings can I eat?
I can eat a lot of chicken wings. Don't you worry. All right, so let's go ahead. Let's dig into this. Let's talk about the optimism that awaits us for 2026. So let's start with this. All right. I did that wrong. I did it wrong again. All right. What did I do with that? Did I mess that up? All right, hang on. I got to fix this. I messed it up because oh, here we go. That's what I wanted. All right. It's the welcome back. And do you want to do the welcome back or do you want me to do the welcome back?
I'd be happy to. Hello, welcome back. We are Anne and Janice Brothers. We are sisters. Our last name is Brothers. No, we do not have any brothers. We do not have children. No, we are not sad about that.
I have a stepdaughter. Well, hang on. I have a stepdaughter who I think is awesome. So we're just going to go with that. So, but I did not birth my own children. So
when people find out, especially people my age or older, find out I don't have children, they're often like, they don't know how to react. They think like, is there something wrong with my body that I didn't have children? Because then they should feel sorry for me. And then when they find out there's nothing wrong with my body, I just chose not to have children, they're slightly disgusted and envious of me at the same time. I had one woman when I was at work ask me if I had children. I said no, and she's like, lucky. So that's because people are often like, oh, your last name is Brothers. Do you have any brothers? No. Are any of your children brothers? I'm like, I don't have children. And then the conversation, they don't know what to do next with that conversation. So there you go.
Conversation is over.
Yeah. We're in our 50s. And I thought, oh, people are very judgmental about it, but that's the only one thing that they can judge me on about children. If I actually had children, people would be judging me all the time about the children that I was raising somehow improperly. So I get off pretty easy when it comes to the, woman and children narrative.
I never really thought about it that way. So win-win. I guess you won that. All right. Good job. Well, I was going to say something. No one ever really says that to me. I think they just assume
you're a lesbian. So.
Or a guy. So there you go.
All right.
You have children? I'm like, nah, never mind.
We're in our 50s. We're Generation X, which means as children, we were continually reminded that Christmas was not all about us. So, we would start to get excited. And here's my list of presents. They're like, somebody would bring us right back down to earth. where we belonged. So,
You know, we got the best you could hope for was that when you would like dog ear pages in the JCPenney Christmas catalog, that maybe your parents would like be like, oh, maybe this, but yeah, not usually.
it was
Yeah,
like,
usually.
yeah, don't get ahead of yourself. You're,
Yeah.
you know,
Don't get crazy. So
don't get
yeah.
crazy. So anyway, we talk about, not that we ever were neglected at Christmas time. We always did very well at Christmas, but
No, we got plenty of presents. Yeah, that was not a thing. Yeah.
that was not a thing. But nobody wanted us to get ahead of ourselves and start thinking good about ourselves and that we deserved stuff. You know, you get what you get, you like it. So
Slacks.
slacks. All right.
Fuzzies. Sweaters.
Fuzzy sweaters. We'll talk about smart stuff, dumb stuff, fun stuff, and any combination of the three. We are not cool, hip, or sexy, and we know this because we have faces for podcast. Yeah.
You know, here's the thing, Ann Brothers. I'm gonna reflect on that. If we were dudes, it doesn't matter what you look like. You can have any face you want. And you can be, and Joe Rogan's a great example of that because, you know, you can just be, if you're a dude, then you don't have to have a face for television. You can have a face for radio and still,
and still be considered cool, hip, and sexy. So,
yes, so sexy.
So sexy. Ugh. Anyway, we're not a true crime celebrity or influencer podcast. We are the Christmas cookie platter of podcasts. Sweet, delicious, and you need to share us. So,
because there's so many of you that after Christmas, you have to share it with everyone. So you have to have people over after Christmas to share the Christmas cookies, because you literally have a dining room table full of Christmas cookies, and I don't have a problem with that because they're amazing. I'm gonna give a special shout out to Chip's Christmas cookies. Dude, those okay. Seriously, I don't know what magic is. Chip came over and he brought cookies over the other day. For those of you that follow us, you know that Chip is our crack entertainment expert, and he came over Christmas evening and he brought cookies over, and he was like, "Oh, it's no big deal. They were a Christmas cookie that like a dough from Aldi, and then you bake them up." I don't know what dark magic the witches of Aldi are using, but those cookies were so good. It was criminal. It was like, you can't eat just one. Those cookies were the Lay's potato chip of cookies, because once you would eat one, you were like, I must eat now, and I must eat them with both hands, and I must eat them like I eat popcorn, which is that I just shove them in my mouth faster than I can. It was embarrassing.
No, I ended up giving most of those cookies away, Jenny, just for that reason. I took a bunch of them to work. Duncan took a bunch of them to his work, just because I'm like, this will be the downfall of me. And I've been falling hard all week. So I was like, nope, I'm like, you get one more, I get one more. That's it. The rest are going away. So thank you, Chip. They were amazing.
Yeah, Chip, those cookies were so good. I mean, honestly, I'm like, I don't, and he was telling us that they only sell that cookie stuff, like between like the end of October and Christmas. So like they are specifically out there so that they can be enjoyed during the season. And we talked about like a retrospect and why Christmas, we talked about making Christmas season better. Just give us Christmas cookies all year. Just give us that all year. You talk about embracing the aesthetic. I believe that we should have cookie bakes once a month, regardless of whether it's Christmas or not, because number one, cookie bakes are fun, and number two, cookie bakes make cookies.
Yeah. Well, even if we just had it like seasonally, like here's our winter season, here's our fall season, here's the spring season, here's the summer season of cookies. I think
that could be so much fun. And you just stumbled across something genius. Now we have something to do. Now, we've just established cookie season, and each like season is a different theme for the cookies.
Exactly.
I just got super excited because when I lived in Colorado, I used to, and I mentioned this a couple weeks ago, I would do the Vieta cookie bake. And the fact that I could be a production elf 4 times a year, because that's my thing. Like there are those that love mixing and baking the cookies. I like finishing the cookies, the sprinkling, the drizzling, the dipping, the crunch. Oh, I love it so much. It's my art. I can't draw with my hands or paint, but I can cookie decorate. I'm good at it. Okay, I got to calm down because I got all excited from you telling me that. So there we go. And this rum and coke might be hitting me harder than I thought. I mixed it pretty hard. Okay.
All right. So we've been told we're good to listen to when you want to learn things about stuff, and it gives you a reason to get away from your family for an hour because there's a lot of family time happening right now.
Mhm.
And after a while, you just run out of things to say to your cousins. And now you can go and listen to our podcast, relax, laugh, maybe learn a few more things to tell your cousins before they head back to someplace in Illinois where they live.
In central Indiana. I was about to say, now you have all kinds of things to talk to people about. Those
Mhm.
brother sisters sure are funny. Those brother sisters sure gave me a lot of things to consider. Here they are. Here's my list. So
Yeah,
there we go. Yeah. We are saving family conversations all through the holidays. You're welcome. Heroes. Yeah.
Exactly. Once again, this podcast is not GPG or even PG-13 because fucking snowstorm warnings happening here in the Michigan area.
I'm Genesis, baby. Let's go.
Killstorm 2025. So anyway, you can join us on our website, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, YouTube, or Amazon Music. You can like us, follow us, hit the bell, leave us a review, and give us your feedback with our questions and answers and our polls. And you can ask Alexa to play us, and then she will. So thank you, Alexa.
She's the best. And I wanted to give you a special shout out for the Christmas tree picture that you put. That's one of those awesome ceramic Christmas trees like we had when we were a kid.
Yes.
And I've become obsessed on the Facebook Reels with a series of artists that make those. You know, they have like I don't know, and then they sell them on the internet for like $500. So, and can you talk about why you liked that Christmas tree so much when we were kids? Because I love that story.
Yes. Well, you see, when I was little, I wanted a light bright super bad, but remember that Christmas wasn't all about me. So I would pretend that the Christmas tree was a light bright and I would move all the pegs around trying to make like different decorations and different patterns. So that was my light bright. See, kids, if they don't have toys, they'll make anything to a toy. So that was my light bright.
My favorite thing to do, and I know this pissed off mom something terrible, is that I would collect all of the colors in one area of the tree. Like, so the bottom left of the tree would be all the green, and the top right would be all the reds, and the bottom right would be all of the blues. And I loved doing that, and I know it would make her so mad.
Why is this? Why that keeps happening? I was like, it's the light bright.
And I know she knew it was me, but she never caught me doing it. So, huzzah!
So I was like, one of us was doing it. So
it was me.
It was Jenny.
It was the good one. Okay. All right. Yes. Remember, you can support the Brothers Sisters for absolutely free. All you have to do is like, follow, subscribe, leave a review on any of our streaming services such as the Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, or Amazon Music. It seems like you can pick one of those streaming services that's not super horrible because, in the world of tech billionaires who are all horrible, here's the who's who of all of them. And I don't even know what to do about that. So anyway, whatever form of media you choose to use, you can find us. We're there. Put the word out to your friends and family. Like, follow, subscribe. You don't have to give us any money. We're not asking you to be like that. Just follow us. Tell others to follow us. Make people like us. Well, they don't even have to like us. Just follow us and then walk away. It's up to you. Okay. Let's talk about the smart, dumb, fun stuff that happened this week. Anne, I'm going to start it off right now because you talked about it earlier, the fact that we are heading for Killstorm 25 here in the great state of Michigan. Yeah, we got a bomb cyclone forming up to the north of us. And as a result of that, it has literally rained. Yeah, and I realize global warming is not a thing, or we don't want to talk about it, but it was 60 degrees here today in beautiful Kalamazoo, Michigan. And I will remind you, it's December 28th. It's not supposed to be 60 degrees on December 28th, and yet here we are. So that's fun. And it rained all day. It rained in fact, it never got light out today. And the sun came up because I could see outside, but it was so damn dark today that when the sun finally set a little while ago, it was like, oh, it still looks the same. So, and it's just like I said, just poured down stupid rain, including thunder and lightning today. And up north of us, they're getting ice up in the central part of the lower peninsula. And I believe the snow has started in the upper peninsula. They're looking at a couple feet of snow up there. And the winds are supposed to come through on the back end of the storm starting after midnight. And we're talking 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts. They're talking 30-foot waves on Lake Michigan, Lake Superior. They're talking about a seiche in Lake Erie. So if you don't know what a seiche is basically where the winds are coming so far are coming at such speeds that they literally push the water to one end of the lake. So that's fun.
Yeah,
So
more beachfront, build fast.
yes, build fast, don't stand there, but so we're getting all of it. So we're supposed to get down here in the Kazoo area, we're not supposed to get as much snow. They're forecasting 4 to 8, but that's going to be a 4 to 8 inches of wind driven snow. It's going to suck ass. And then if you're in the UP, they're basically saying travel will be impossible because based on the fact that they believe at some point they'll have snowfall rates of 3 to 4 inches an hour, which is fucked up.
Wow.
Yeah,
wow.
that's insane. And if you remember this time last year, we were literally on the cusp of leaving for the UP to spend New Year's in the Upper Peninsula, and we got stupid lucky with the weather last year. We had no bad weather. We had a few kind of a dicey drive getting out of the UP on our way home, but we didn't have any issues. Once we got a little bit south into the southern part of the UP, there was no snow, so we got super lucky last year. If it were this year, we would not be going. So
they would let us go because they would close the bridge. So
yeah, I would say it's a given that they're going to end up closing the bridge at some point in the next 24 hours because it's going to get crazy. Okay, Ann Brothers, what about you today? What's your smart, dumb, fun thing?
Well, Duncan and I did something we've really never really done before. We went for a walk today in the rain. We got our raincoats on and our appropriate footwear, and we went for about a 2-mile round trip walk just because, it was warmish, warm. It was very damp, but there was no wind. But, we walked until we decided we were wet enough. And the main reason why I wanted to go for a walk today is because I haven't stopped eating since Monday. When you talk about being in the void, it's also like, I'm never hungry when I'm in the void, but yet I'm always eating in the void. So today I was like, all right, man, I got to go for a walk. We got to get rid of 10 pounds of cookies, not off my body, but out of the house. And then let's go for a walk. So so I went for a walk, and it wasn't, it wasn't bad. It wasn't, it's not my most favorite, but like Duncan got way more wet than I did. So I felt that my rain gear was more appropriate, but there you go.
I thought it was because he was taller and just closer to the rain.
Maybe, the wind hadn't started yet, so it wasn't coming down slanting or horizontal, just coming straight down. There was nobody else out there. So if you want to go for a walk and not be bothered by people.
Yeah, I actually really like exercising in the rain. That's one of my favorites. If I can, in the spring and summer when it's not super cold or the footing's good, I love to walk or run in the rain. I think it's really, I don't know, there's something about it that's just very, I don't know, kind of feels somehow closer to nature in some way, shape, or form. I don't know. It doesn't matter. All right, Ann Brothers, well done. Way to get out there today and exercise. Let's talk about our non-resolution looking ahead for 2026 because, actually, I'm going to talk about that right now. Do you mind if I take over for a few minutes, Ann Brothers?
Please feel free.
Okay. So, the start of the new year is always awesome or it's awful, in my opinion. So this is kind of the why the start of the new year is always awesome or awful. So let's start with the things that are awesome about starting a new year. Number one, it's a fresh start. You wouldn't think that turning that calendar page and writing 2026 on our checks for those who still write checks would be a thing, but it just kind of feels nice. It feels like, hey, this year it's all going to be different. Next, new goals and new planners. So that's always fun. Everybody has sort of a collective optimism. Like this year, I'm going to get everything right and nothing's going to go wrong and have a nice day. The other awesome things is that it's the excuse to reinvent yourself. I'm going to reinvent myself because it's 2026. You get to you have a cleaner mental state, so to speak. And I think the void is part of that. You spend from say the 25th to the 31st, just kind of resetting, not worrying about things. Your tiny little life tweaks feel revolutionary. Like, I did this thing like Ann Brothers, you went out and walked in the rain today. Revolutionary. So it's always fun to look forward to the fun stuff you're going to do in 2026, which is what we are doing today. We are absolutely taking on the awesome portion of the new year by looking at the fun stuff that we're going to do. It feels like the world is full of possibilities. I'm like, you have this 12 months ahead of you. You don't have to worry about it. You're going to fill it with the best things ever. Anything is possible. I'm going to lose that 40 pounds. I'm going to run that marathon. I'm going to do everything that I think I'm going to do. The holidays are over, and it always feels like there's not as many distractions in January and February because the most important holiday in January and February is Valentine's Day. And who cares? Okay.
Seventh graders care. Seventh grade
They sure
girls,
do.
I should say.
Seventh grade girls care. Yes. So those are the things that are awesome about the new year. Just the sense of optimism and newness, and I can do this, and goal setting and things and stuff, and new calendars and new planner and a whole new me. All right. Let's talk about the awful parts of starting the new year. Number one, time is real, and that hurts because that's another year gone. You're like, oh shit, it's already 2026. It was just turning 2000. The last 20 years, 6 years have flown by. I'm a die. So, and that's easy to do. And again, it's that idea that of how much pressure we put on ourselves to be successful. And yeah, yes, you're another year older, but that also means you're another year that you've made it. Good job.
Good job.
Okay. Resolution pressure. You've made all these resolutions. And if I fail, oh no. Yeah. The pressure of trying to hit those resolutions is real and often disappointing. Okay, the comparison Olympics, which basically means that you spend a lot of time comparing your year and your time and the things you've done to others. And that is literally the recipe for unhappiness. So there you go. Next, reality arrives quickly, usually after the first week. So it's guilt season, meaning that I did not do my resolutions. Now I feel guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Sad face. So don't do that. Don't do that to yourself. Calendar anxiety. That same thing where I'm like, I'm going to run out of time. I haven't set this up correctly. Yeah, it can be like that. And again, it's that idea that I have to do all of this stuff within the next year, otherwise I'm a failure. Optimism hangover. That happens at the end of the month when you're like so optimistic that you've just stuffed yourself with optimism, and then February 1st comes, and February is the shittiest month of the year, in my opinion. And part of the shittiness of it is that you look back on your January and go, well, that didn't go like I thought it was going to go.
Well, that's done.
That's over. Same problems, new year. Okay, so here's the thing. If you have a host of problems in your life or your life is not going the way you think it is, just because you flip that calendar doesn't mean it's going to be any different. I say this all the time to myself, and it is my reminder that if you want things to be different, you have to do things differently. So if you choose to do the same things over and over again, of course, your year is going to look exactly the same. So, huzzah. Social. So what's your plan? Interrogations, meaning that, hey, what are your resolutions this year? What are you that becomes a conversation piece. And God, that's a really personal thing to ask people. It's shockingly personal. And we want people to put it right out there and say, what are your plans? What do you want? I'm like, well, that's none of your fucking business. How's that for a plan? And
yeah,
you don't want to say,
ask me what I weigh. Why don't you do that?
yeah. And like, how those hemorrhoids coming along, that sort of thing. So, and that's one of those things that we make it like it's okay to ask, but it's like, quite frankly, I don't necessarily, if I want to share something with you, I'll tell you and I'll share it with everybody here on my fine podcast. But sometimes I don't want people to start with that conversation. To me, that's a conversation for you and my husband, and that's pretty much it. So,
yeah. So,
and then like some of my closest, I would say some of my tightest and closest friends, I would share those sorts of things with them. Okay, so like I said earlier, the brothers sisters are embracing the awesome, and specifically, we're going to talk about the fun stuff that we are looking forward to this year, because I don't know, I've had, and I have suffered from resolution crisis for years. I've done this to myself for years. I did it last year, as you know, as I talked about, and it was literally over in 10 days. It was over, and so. And so I made myself feel shitty and guilty about it. And I'm like, I didn't do anything. And then, of course, when I looked back and I did my retrospective of 2025, I'm like, actually had a really fun year, and it was really cool. And I think if people would spend more time kind of embracing those things that are fun, and if you get to it, great, and if you don't beat yourself up about it, because as Americans, we overschedule and overtax and overburden ourselves like nobody else, as far as I'm concerned, and give ourselves little or zero or no credit for just enjoying our people and places and things, so to speak. So, like I said, the brothers sisters are embracing the fun things this year. And do you want to do this back and forth, or do you want to do it one at a time?
It, let's do one. Let's do 1 month at a time. Let's go back and forth. So,
all right. So for me, I'm looking forward to fun stuff in January. So in fact, Anne, if it's okay with you, I'm just going to take this off and just put this. Is that okay?
Sure.
And if you need to, I can remind you of what you've put on your fun stuff. But I just feel like I don't feel like reading my PowerPoint presentation right now, so I'm not gonna. Okay. All right. So let's talk about. Okay, you and I sat down last week and then again this week, and we talked about all the fun stuff that we're going to do in January. And why are we doing that, Ann Brothers?
Well, because January is that month where it's really easy to it snowed. I knit a scarf. I left it on the train. I fell on the ice. I fell on the ice again. I went to the gym on Monday. I ended my gym membership Wednesday. That's what January feels like. It feels like there's nothing to look forward to. And there's I spent all my money. I can't do anything. Yay, leftover meatloaf again. That sort of, it's just like, oh man, it's still like, yes, it's becoming lighter earlier, but it's still dark. It's cold. So I just, so we decided, let's do stupid fun things and try to make January a better month for us. So then that's what we're doing. So fun stuff. So one of my coworkers, the other day, he told me, he's like, I got $30 worth of McDonald's and ate it on the dock with my dog. And I was like, dude, I want to do that so bad. I want to get a bunch of McDonald's and sit on a beach in January and eat McNuggets with my sister and watch the waves roll in. It's just like, it sounds so stupid and fun. And I was like, yeah, let's do that. Go to dinner with Lynn Brand. Just that sort. I want to go to the DIA. One day I want to do nothing, So,
Chip, if you're listening, just a quick reminder that Greenland 2 comes out January 9th, and that we must go so that we can do a thorough and awesome review of Greenland 2.
Yeah. Exactly. Which means we have to rewatch Greenland 1 because I forgot it as I was watching it. So.
That's right. Greenland 1 Greenland 2 allows us to continue our obsession with Gerard Butler and his fine movies. So,
yes.
And his terrible, if there's anybody that has worse pronunciation, he's worse than I am at pronouncing words. So just speaking with any sort of pronunciation.
He's got this mumbling mouth. I was like, dude, how many scotches did you have before this take?
All of them.
Exactly. So, I put way too much stuff on myself for January. There's a lot of things I would like to do this year. And I was like, oh, I want to do a 5K every month. I want to take a class every month. I want to go to the DIA every month. But the truth is, if I can just do one of those things every month, I would be really happy. If I could do one, just like, yeah, that would be great. If by the end of the year I took 3 or 4 classes, did 2 or 3, maybe 4, 5Ks. Went to the museum more than once a year. So that's just kind of like, yeah, I just want to, and not beat myself up.
I saw that text you sent me about that 5K in Ann Arbor at the end of January, the couples 5K.
Yeah, I thought that was funny. And I was like, maybe. I mean, I know I'm definitely going to do one in April, the Run for the Trees, Jenny, which is from the 18th until the 26th. So we have plenty of time in April to do that. But yeah, so I'm just like, I just want to, it's really easy to talk yourself out of things. It's like, oh, it's too far. It's too cold. I should do this. I should clean my house. I'm like, I just want to give myself an excuse to like, just go do this fun thing. You have the opportunity, go do it. So.
Agreed.
And all
right.
Or like
for
life-changing, it's just like, hey, I want to go learn this thing. Spend a little bit of money and do that.
Okay, so let's talk about February. I have a midwinter break. That's been one of the fun things about working in the school system from which I work is that they have a midwinter break in February. So you get like a 4-day weekend in February. So I'm going to do something dumb and fun that weekend because I can. So I don't know what it is yet because I haven't planned that far ahead and I haven't looked. But yeah, it should be something. Um, it'll be something dumb, pretty sure. So maybe that should be McNugget weekend. No, wait, that's got to be in January. I want to do McNugget weekend in January.
Me too. Me too.
Okay.
I was thinking we should do some sort of Galentine's Day thing. That might be fun.
Fun. Yes, for those of you that are not familiar with Galentine's Day, Galentine's Day was a concept from the show Parks and Rec, in which Leslie Knope, the main character, would celebrate Valentine's Day with her girlfriends, and they would go out and eat waffles and drink mimosas and stuff like that. I'm like, yeah, that sounds amazing. So, yeah, Galentine's Day, I love that. Good.
Brunch, Saturday brunch, because Valentine's Day is on a Saturday this year, folks. So, woof, man, I hated it when I was working in massage therapy for Valentine's Day, and if it was on a Saturday, because I can tell you one thing that is not romantic: couples massages. It is not romantic. You are not going to get laid after a massage. If your plan is to go and get a couples massage and then have dinner, you will not have sex. It's not going to happen.
Time out. This is my adult advice for young people. Have sex before you do all of this.
Yeah.
Start by having sex, then go get your couple massage, then go out, or to make it a whole weekend, but start by having sex because nobody wants to have sex after having a full steak dinner with all the trimmings, including dessert. You just don't. Okay. So pro tip, sex first. Okay, good talk.
When you have 4 people in a room for a couples massage, it's not sexy. And you think, oh yeah, this will be really intimate and romantic. It's not. You got 2 people in there, they're like, ugh, so much back here. So anyway, yeah, so Galentine's, do a Galentine's weekend instead. And plan accordingly, so.
It's true. What was I going to say? You know what? Because February is also fun because that's Joe and I celebrate our first. So we had our very first date on February 12th, 2003. And so that's we celebrate that kind of as our anniversary because we had literally the greatest first date ever. It was so much fun. So we usually celebrate our very first, we have our anniversary of our first date usually that weekend. So that'll be fun because that will fall on a Thursday and then, which is always fun because our first date was actually, I think it was on a Wednesday. It was on a Wednesday. And then because we had a short week that week and I went to school that Thursday super hungover. I might actually have still been drunk. I don't know. So it was a long time ago. Anyway,
you were young enough that you could still get away with that shit.
I could, and I was I didn't drink like that very often, but it just worked out. So there we go. Okay. In March, we had a big March coming up because we are starting March off by going to see Bridget Everett in Detroit, March 2nd. So we got tickets for that. Can't wait to see her in just concert, I guess, because it's her with her band as well, because she's also the lead singer of her band. So
she's a very good singer. So
she is a great singer. So really looking forward to seeing that. Where did we decide we were staying?
The Foundation House. So
that's right. Okay. That'll be fun. I gotta make reservations for that because I didn't do that yet. I
wasn't gonna do it until
and you mentioned that you wanted to go see Hugo at the John Ball Zoo in March.
Yes, because that's when the John Ball Zoo opens back up, is March 20th. So we need to go see Hugo, the baby pygmy hippo, and we need to go on a weekday, so because we don't want a bunch of sticky kids there blocking our view from the awesome.
Right. Joe Peters is with us, and it was a Wednesday. That's what I thought because I had that Friday off, and I went down to Crestone that Friday, and it was the first time I wasn't excited to be down in Crestone because I wanted to come back and have our second date. So I was super excited when I got to come home and we had our second date, and then we had Chubby's fries for our second date.
Awesome! That's awesome.
It was amazing. So. Yeah. Who's this? Oh, it's Susan Nelson. Susie Nelson. Dude, I keep screwing up the time zones. No, you are in a time zone, and so we're in different time zones. But you know what, Susie Nelson, we are just glad you were here with us, and you're always welcome at this show, no matter when, no matter what time. We want you here with us, so stick around. All right. So yes, I and you know what else happens in March is that the butterflies come back to Meyer Garden in March as well. So that's always kind of a fun little trip up there because it's A, Meyer Garden is lovely, and B, the butterflies are especially cool. So huzzah.
Huzzah.
All right. What else? Anything else for the month?
We could go to John Paul Zoo right after you get off work. So
that's right.
Just drive right over there.
Okay, I would do that. Yeah, because I got to see me some yes, Susie, I agree that the Central Time Zone is in fact bullshit.
Yeah.
Don't punch the sun, because I'm reading a book right now where the sun is diminished, and as a result of that, it will be anarchy in 30 years. So we'll just leave the sun out of this. We'll punch men instead. So, okay, good talk. All right. All right, so that was March. Anything else for the month of March, Ann Brothers?
I'll be working any day that's like above like 50 degrees. I'll be doing yard stuff, you know. So I got to start thinking about my gardens, and yeah, I'll be doing some yard nice. Adjacent things.
That's very good. Let's talk April, because April we're starting. For fuck's sake, anarchy is now. Wait.
For fuck's sake, it's anarchy now. Christ in heaven.
That is correct. Exactly.
Anarchy. I was just saying, when you said anarchy, I was like, isn't it anarchy now? I was like, we're gonna start eating each other. Damn it.
Instead of Serenity now, we're just gonna start yelling anarchy now. So yay.
Okay, exactly.
All right. So April is kind of a fun month because April's kind of the month you kind of start to come out of the whole winter thing. The sky's light because we gain a bunch of time, sunlight during February and March. So that's really nice. So of course we have the Run for the Trees. I've been doing Kalamazoo Run Camp since the beginning of December, and so it's a 20-week run camp, and as a result of that, I'm actually supposed to be running the Ziegler 10K that day on the 26th, so that's good.
Okay.
Susie is with us. I mean, everything is awesome. All hail the great and mighty overlords. Yes, Susie.
There you go. There you go. I was about to say, I don't know her. Crank call.
All right. So what else? So we got that going on. We got the Run for the Trees, and we'll be doing. That's when you'll be doing your the bulk of your heavy lifting yard
May,
work.
You know, like May. April, yes. You know, because it can still snow in April in Michigan. You know,
100% true.
Yeah,
I have my spring. Okay. Yeah, I have my spring break. The very first full week of April. So we are planning on heading out to Colorado for some baby time. I hope we get to do that, so that is weather permitting, because as you said, in April, the weather is 100% hit or miss. So who knows what can happen. So that's April. That'll be good. Easter is April 5th this year. So I think I might actually, if we go to Colorado, I might be on the way. If not, planning on hosting some Chinese Easter. So yes. Either that or Japanese Easter. Might have sushi this year. I don't know. We'll see how it all works out. All right. May for me, I just love the month of May. A, it's the last full month of school. B, the color of green that pops during the month of May. May is my favorite color. It's that bright, emeraldy, awesome green that only the month of May can give. And for you, May?
May, I'll be in my garden. I don't bother me. I'm working in my garden. And a lot of people are like, oh, where are you going? I'm like, to my garden. In fact, I might even take a few days off and just garden, because I need to get all my things in. Everything needs to get planted.
Nice.
Don't bother me gardening.
Hey, who is Cosmic Moon? Cosmic Moon .S90. Hello back, whoever you are. I don't know if I know you. So, hi, welcome to the show. We love having you with us. Where are you from? Talk to us. Susie Nelson is still with us. I have discussed Surma chickens, 12-inch tall, and must have one. What? 12-inch tall chicken? Is that a big chicken or is that a little chicken?
That's you know what? I don't know. My girls are not. That's a pretty. No, that's not. It's tiny. It's a pretty small chicken.
Surma chicken.
Okay. Let me look it up.
Hey. All right, Anne's going to look up Sarama chickens, and I'm going to talk about the fact that my sister's trying to talk me into going to Mackinac Island.
It's very
Fine.
Michigan.
It's very
Sarama-
Michigan. It's 100%. So Anne and I each have these Michigan coloring books, and we each were supposed to pick out something we wanted to do from the Michigan coloring book. And Anne, like, we're getting ready for the show today, and we're talking,
Tiny
and she's
birds.
like,
They're tiny birds,
"They're
Jenny.
tiny."
They're tiny
Okay.
birds. The world's smallest chicken breed. They originated in Malaysia, known for its upright stance, proud chest, and friendly, confident personality. And they look. They are adorbs. They are adorable. Oh, look at that little guy. Wow.
So, yes.
They're like
Su-
in the palm of your hand, tiny.
So Susie says you have to have one, Anne. You have to have one.
I'm afraid my big girls would hurt her. Oh, you know what? I should get a tiny rooster. That would be hilarious. This little tiny rooster with these big fat hens.
I'm having visions of the tiny chicken hawk from the Foghorn Leghorn cartoons. Chicken hawk, I eat chickens. So yeah. All right. I've completely lost the thread right now, Anne. Where are we? What were we talking about? We were talking about May and possibly Mackinac Island and so forth and so on. Okay.
I think Jenny talked me out of it, though. I think for June we might be instead going to Beaver Island. So
I just want a T-shirt that says "I love Beaver Island." So
exactly. So yeah. So we'll probably. I saw that Susie. They have them in their little hand. It's like, look at that, it's teeny little chickens. So they must have like teeny little quail-sized eggs. So
that's fun. There you go. All right, so the month of June. Here we are, halfway through our year, and it just says "garden" in giant letters.
Yeah, pretty much, because whatever I don't get done in May, I have to get done in June. So hopefully by the first week, 2 weeks in June, my garden is set and ready to go and on its way for the rest of the year. After that, I can kind of like do more stuff in the summer, but that mid-May to mid-June, man, that is, and I have a big garden. Probably more.
Gotcha.
Bit off more than I can do,
but yes, I would say your garden is ridiculous. So, but it's also really cool too. So there you go. I am hoping this year for my garden, and I think I'll have to do some gardening in June, but I want to so it's kind of a long story, but I have $150 that's just sitting in my room, and it's specifically for a garden so that I can give vegetables back to my neighborhood. That's that's the mission of that money. And so that's my goal, is to set up at least 2 beds this year where I can garden something that I can give to my neighbors that they might enjoy. So that's what I want to do. I can't do tons of stuff because I don't have the knowledge but I want to start with 2 and then just grow it from there. I don't believe I will ever have, how many beds do you have? Like 25, 26 beds?
I have like 30.
Yeah. At most, I think I want to do 10 beds, but my God, I mean, we have enough room where we could do 30 beds. But my God, it's a lot of work. And like, there's so many beans. Okay. So anyway, all right. Okay. So that's June, is gardening, possibly going to Beaver Island. July, and it says you might be heading towards Toronto. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, there's a Scottish comedian that Duncan likes, and he's going to have a show in Toronto, I believe, July 3rd. Okay. And he's like, yeah, you want to go? And I'm like, yeah. But I'm not going to plan this trip. This is not my idea. I was like, all you have to do is get us tickets, find a place to stay, and transportation. That's all you have.
You guys going to take the train again? Because that sounded fun.
I don't know. It's kind of Duncan's thing.
Duncan.
We may have this, or it may not. It depends on how Duncan plans it. But I said I was in. Let's do this. But I'm not going to plan it. This is Duncan's thing.
Job and Brothers. That's growth.
Yeah, that's growth. Yeah. That's because usually he's like, oh, let me get in and get this all set. I was like, nope, Duncan wants to do this. I want to, but this is his thing.
It's going to happen. All right. So for me, July is going to be a full month because I'm probably looking to head out to Colorado in July because A, I want some baby time. B, I haven't been to Crestone. So 2026 will mark 10 years since I've been to Crestone. 10 years since I have been in Crestone, Colorado. And I can't deal with that. So I'm going to make it my mission to get to Crestone for a few days this year, visit with my cousins. So hopefully, Joe and Della, if you're listening / watching, hopefully you're going to be around in July because I really want to come and visit with you. And I just want, there's lots of people that I want to visit. So That's what I want to do in Colorado. And I want to do something physically difficult because I'm training. I am, in fact, training for this marathon in October. And it's like I want to do something physically difficult, but I don't want to hurt myself. So, but of course, the thing I'm looking at is something that I could absolutely hurt myself doing because I'm considering I can't think of the name of that. So hang on, let me type it in because it is the title of the name of this place has escaped me. Hang on, super.
Mhm. Yeah, so that sounds. I want to remind you, Jenny, that your ultimate goal is the marathon. And if you hurt yourself in July, you won't be ready for a marathon in October because.
I know. So
So,
okay, so it's the one I'm looking at possibly, and those of you, if you're listening and if you've done this, you should talk to me about it. Is the Manitou Incline, which is not It's considered the most difficult climb for just regular people in Colorado. So it's not a technical climb. You're not going up a mountain, but it's challenging. So
well,
okay, yeah, we'll see.
Jenny,
I
good luck.
I don't have to decide. The good news is I don't have to decide today. And if
Okay,
I don't
yes.
do it, I'm gonna be okay with that. So, all right, Anne,
Mhm.
August.
I want to
August.
spend some time in my friend and sister-in-law, Liz. Liz, I'm coming to hang out in
Mhm.
your pool. So
Liz has the best pool.
she has the best pool, and Traverse City in August is it's so thick with tourists. It's kind of miserable. But if I'm in her pool, I'm not hanging out with the tourists, and I can have DoorDash tacos brought to me. So
Yay. Um,
pool, please.
what would you also consider maybe if we can swing it, if he's doing that, go on the Uprolite hunt, the self-guided, not self-guided, the guided Uprolite hunt with Eric Rintamaki, who is the father of the Uprolite.
Mhm.
He didn't really do a lot last summer because he had other things going on. So maybe this summer he'll be back to leading some of those private tours, which would be super cool. So
Yeah, I am
that's what I would like to do.
100%. I would much rather do that than go to Mackinac Island. So, or even
Yeah, me too.
Beaver Island. So, but
Yeah, I would too. All right. So for August with me, mine is I would like to maybe do some Uprolite hunting, and I definitely want to find a half marathon to do. But God, summer halves are really hard. So we'll see.
yeah,
Either way, I know I'm going to have to do some extensively long runs, and I might just try and recruit people to come run with me or bike ride next to me while I run or something like that. So either
drive
way,
a car
it's got to
while
get
you
done.
run.
Huh?
I said
And what
drive a
said
car.
drive a
Drive a
car.
car.
Actually, and I just think you should get an e-bike and do it with me. So okay.
Yes, yes, definitely.
Okay, September. What do you got for me, Ann, brother? September.
I'm going to try to go to Salem, Massachusetts. I've always wanted to go to Salem,
Mm.
and just check out Boston. That Salem's not but check out a little more of New England, I guess. But my
Okay.
ultimate goal is Salem, Massachusetts. In October, a lot of people try to go then because it's like Halloweeny. It's like I want to go in September when all the kids are back at school, so the tourist thing will be not as grand, but not in October when more tourists will be there because they all want to be witches. But I just
I think,
I'm very fascinated with the history, and I just
I think
I haven't
Amy's
spent.
been there. You should ask
Yeah,
Amy. Yeah, I think Amy know. I think 'cause
she has
I
been.
think she went there last year. Yeah. Yeah,
Good.
totally
Mhm.
awesome.
Yeah, so
I don't
I
have
want to
anything.
go to that.
That sounds super fun. So,
Mhm.
uh, for me, Lucy turns 1 September 3rd. So if it's I think that if memory serves, hang on. Doot doot.
Is that
That
later
is
dated?
she turns 1 just before Labor Day weekend. So, yeah, that might be something maybe we can sneak away and go to her birthday party if it's because that would be a blast. I would love to do that. Okay, Anne,
Mhm.
October.
October is my birthday month, so of course my month-long birthday celebration. It's also Halloween month, so we'll have a month-long Halloween celebration. And it's also when Jenny goes and does her marathon. So I'm going to be that supportive, person who dresses up in a weird costume and honks, horns and rings bells and has a sign and do all that. And then we're going to go get breakfast.
Breakfast. I know. It is so yeah, I will be in Detroit. I can't wait for that.
Mhm,
Uh wait, here we go.
mhm.
According to Susie Nelson, Salem is incredible. Push super hard to be there close to October. Okay.
Hey.
And she says, went with a friend, and the rule was one tourist attraction and then 2 drinks. I like it. That's
I like
solid.
that.
That's solid thinking. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Any drinks? Any particular drinks, Susie, that you
Oh,
can
any
think of?
tourist attractions that you liked the best? So
Okay. Also, excellent question. Yes. Okay. Again, so it is birthday month for me also because everybody. It seems like everybody in our family has an October birthday.
Mhm.
Seriously. And so, but for me, the big thing is the Detroit Marathon. So I I attempted this last year, and I would say that my attempt was half-ass. This year, I feel like I have a better plan. I have better support.
whole
So
ass, whole ass, Jenny.
I'm gonna go whole ass. I'm gonna whole ass this one thing,
Mhm.
and really looking forward to kind of I really want this to happen. And if it doesn't happen, it's okay. But I feel like this year, as I tackle this, I feel like I will have done and planned and done the things that I needed to do to get it done. And if it doesn't happen, maybe it was meant to be. But last year I did not give it my best effort. I just didn't. So all right, Anne. November.
November, you know what? This year I tried to work on like embracing the winter a little bit more. And one of the things I keep reading about is like people are like, hey, try to relax, don't force it. Just give yourself permission to relax and do the things you want to do. It's getting darker and everything is hibernating. Why are you pushing it to be all you can be when nature is telling you to take a nap? So I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna channel my inner bear. I'm gonna eat 15 pounds of donuts and sleep for 3 months. No, I'm not gonna do that. But I am going to just, think, hey, it's not like I have kids to like decorate a whole house for. I don't do a bunch of Christmas shopping. I'm like, you know what? Great idea. Chill. I'm gonna watch all the stuff I didn't get to watch in the summer. I'm going to read my pile of books. I'm going to get cuddly with my kitties because that's what my kitties want to cuddle. And I'm going to say, you know what? This is perfectly okay to do this. So
nicely done. Nicely done. Excellent. Susie Nelson has some stuff for you. Number one, she says, go to all the witch burning ones. They're hysterical. Next, go to the memorial outside of the town. Incredible and heart-wrenching. Ooh, I bet that is. And finally, you can't avoid the tourist bullshit. However, during the week, you're in great shape. You can't deny how crazy witchy it is. Okay.
Okay.
There you go.
All right.
And
I know it's going to be that, that's the thing. I was like, I'm all for, I love some kitsch, I love some touristy bullshit. I just don't want to have to beat people over the head to like get to the touristy bullshit. I want it to be touristy and not have too many people touristing with me.
Fair enough. It's the dream. It's the dream, man, brothers. Yeah.
Exactly. I want all the t-shirts. So definitely.
All right. So for me, November, I would like to do better than just survive because the hardest stretch in a teaching year is the beginning of the year through Thanksgiving. So as a result of that, it's really easy to kind of have these little mini deaths during November and December. So try and find a way to prosper more in November. And again, not that I want to set the world on fire, but I would like to do more than just survive November, December, because that's usually what it comes down to. And I don't like it. So that's my November and my December for this year, is to not be so effing exhausted by the time we get to Thanksgiving and then again when we get to Christmas. So yeah. What about you, Anne? What about your December?
Again, I'm going to see November. I'm going to embrace the darkness and tell my sister, not that she'll listen to me, that, and I'm like, Jenny, in November, I'm going to be saying to you, why are you going into work on a Sunday? And you're like, oh, I don't have anything planned. I'm like, fuck them. So like, as I watch my sister grind herself for other people's dumbass children, I will say to my sister, hey, Jenny, let's go do this fun thing. Like, oh, I don't know. I gotta work one of those days. And I'm like, And so I'm reminding you right now, Jenny. Yes, and I will remind you just once then. I try not to get on her about it. I'm like, I know this is how my sister operates. She likes to do the hardest things the hardest way. And that's why she's the good sister. I'm just like, This is all bullshit. I'm going to make fun of it. But I'm trying to be supportive. So Jenny, I want you to remember that in order to not be as exhausted, take care of you.
Yes, ma'am.
Grinding it out is for other people is.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
It is ridiculous. Jenny, look at the anarchy we have. Why? Sorry. Y'all know what I'm thinking. So.
Yeah. You're not wrong either. So she's not wrong. Anyway, so to get us back on track. We've been off track a lot today. And that's fine. Yeah. That's it. That's what we're doing this year. So there's other stuff we're running out of hour here. So I'm going to go ahead and skip the part where we talk about random stuff to look forward to. It's mostly things like Greenland 2 is coming out. There's a bunch of other movies that will come out that we'll want to see, which is always fun. One other thing, actually, I'm going to go ahead and throw this on the screen because I think it's important to talk about. Give me 2 seconds here. We have time for this.
Okay.
So I'm going to do it.
It's our time.
It is our time. We get to do whatever we want. I wanted to just talk about one thing I would like to do better this year is connecting with the people that I care about. And what you were talking about, Anne, is that idea where I grind myself into a fine powder, especially during the first 3 months of a school year, is that's one of the things I do want to pull back on because it has taken from me the ability to connect with people that I care about. And I need to take this lesson from my Aunt Julie and to embrace those people. I had some thoughts about Christmas this year, and this is the first Christmas that we have celebrated together as a family without Aunt Julie, and I felt it. I don't know if you felt it, but I felt it.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I felt is that Aunt Julie was such a good connector. She really connected us to each other as a family, and she connected us to the people outside of this family as well. And so that's one of the things that I would like to. That's the thing I want to do more than anything this year is to connect with the people that I care about, take this lesson from my Aunt Julie and, connect to my family, connect to those people outside of my family that are like family. So yeah, that's what I want to do. And you?
Well, taking this lesson from my Aunt Julie, I want to embrace joy. It's really, really, really easy, especially if you're a woman. Kind of been trained this from birth is that our joy is supposed to be coming from giving people of us. And I'm like, I'm sick of that shit. I want to enjoy, embrace things that I find enjoyable. And sometimes they're big and sometimes they're minuscule. And I'm like, I'm doing it because I want to feel that joy. I want to embrace the joy. So.
Hell yeah.
That's what my Aunt Julie did all the time. She was always embracing joy. So.
She did. She was better at it than anybody I've ever known.
Me too. Yeah. My Grandma Brothers was pretty good at it too, but I think my Aunt Julie she should have written a book, How to Embrace Joy.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say that's 100% true. So very good. Okay. So that's what we have on tap. And I don't, have any lessons for people in 2026 other than to say, do what you want to do. If you're a resolution person and that's how you're going to make your joy and happiness this year, do it. And if that's not something you want to do, then, don't do it. Write down a list of things that you'd like to do that sound fun each month of the year. Speaking of which, Anne, you sent that text about doing the couples 5K at the end of January. Yeah, it sounds great. Okay.
I know, right? It sounds terrible and great.
It sounds awesome and awful. So yeah. All right. Okay. So well done, everybody. You have made it more than an hour again with the Brother Sisters. Thank you for spending some time learning things about stuff. This week you learned about what we are up to for 2026. No resolutions, just fun. And, some other stuff that you have to get done.
And remember, nobody knows what the future is. You can't predict the future. So this could all be, who knows? But hey,
yeah, this is our super optimistic take on 2026. It's super optimistic because, but who the fuck knows? So anyway, remember that we want to hear from you. Thank you for joining us today, Susie Nelson. And wait, who are you? We never did hear back from, Cosmic Moon S90. Hello, thanks for joining us.
And
but remember,
Lynn.
you guys, we do want to. Yes, Lynn, thank you as well. We love you. We want to hear from you. Answer our poll questions. Give us your questions, concerns, comments, and confessions. That's right. Remember, you can support us any way by just liking, subscribing, leaving a review, telling other people to like, subscribe on Spotify, YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, Ask Alexa, and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So there you go. Oh my gosh, it's the go away music. Hey, join us next week when we talk about whatever. We're going to do 10 questions next week. So we're doing 10 questions. Join in as we answer 10 important questions for each other from us or from others. I don't know. Anyway, it's hard to say. Anyway, you guys, thanks for joining us. I am Janice Brothers, and with me is my sister.
And brothers.
That's right. That's her. That's right, you guys. We want you to get out there, do something smart, do something fun, do something dumb. We are out of here.
Bye.
Bye.